Today I'm going to be showing you guys a high drop fade. So I wet the hair so that it's easier to comb through. I comb the hair with the grain in the direction that it grows. And I'm going to use a 1 masters, 1 close. I checked with the client to make sure that's the length that they wanted and they agreed. So I'm doing a 1 close on top. Now I'm putting in my bald line. I decided to do a high drop fade because I felt like that would really fit the client's head shape. The client asked for a high fade, so I was like, if I drop it, it'll look really nice in the crown area. I left that little piece right there because I was considering doing a design because I saw something that would look really cool, but we decided on not doing the design this time, but maybe next time. Continuing to just completely bald the client out as best as possible. Now I have my fast feeds open and I'm going up about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, making sure I go over the hair multiple times and then fading out that bald line as I go. Still working on that line, using my corners of the blade and just picking at the line a little bit here and there. A lot of times I'll have my clippers flat onto the skin and kind of like I guess use the blade and kind of rub it up on the hair, and that a lot of times help to get that line out and make it a little bit more blurrier. Like using it like an eraser, because really that's essentially what clippers are. They're just erasers. They erase the hair, and if you treat it like if you do art and you treat it like an eraser, then you'll be able to understand the fading better. Really just taking my time here, not in a rush, just really trying to work on getting that line out, because that right there really makes the fade, makes or breaks a fade, is if you can get that bald line out. Now I'm using my Slimline Pros, and I'm also kind of blending out that line as well and taking out any dark spots I might see. I'm being very cautious that I don't put another line in, but I'm just working on trying to take that line out. Now I have my Fast Feeds Zero Guard open, and I'm going up about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. More likely 1/2 inch. I do go about 1 inch in the back though. I start off the sides really with small guidelines, and then in the back I kind of pull it out a little bit and make it a little bit wider. Going back with my Fast Feeds open, close, and just trying to get out all those dark lines. I'm really like working at that fade, just to try to get it really look really flush. It's kind of hard to do a high fade because you have such little space for error. So you gotta make sure you get it right the first time and really do a lot of detail work so it doesn't look like it's a hat. You don't want the client to look like they have a hat sitting on their head, but you want it to look like a nice blended fade. Now I'm using my brush. A lot of people don't like to use brushes, but because they say that it like pushes the hair together. But I don't know, I don't really experience that. I more so feel like it's training the hair to lay down. So I like to brush it to help train it to lay down so that I can fade it better. So I can fade it better and the fade will look nicer. So I'll go between a brush and a comb for certain parts. Now I have my tooth guard and I'm just kind of cleaning up that parietal ridge. I don't want it to be too dark, but at the same time I don't want it to be too light. I want it to blend in with that's where the sides blend in with the top. So really trying to get that nice flow. Now I'm working on the lineup. And again, just trying to take out all dark spots with my liners as well. Freehanding it. I have my magic clips I pull out to help me take out that line as well. Now I'm just softening up the client's front line. The client has an odd hairline where it drops really low on one side versus the other side. And so I did discuss with the client prior to lineup if they wanted it to be straight across or just have it natural. And they said it was fine if I take off that excess hair and just make it a straight across, very sharp line. So remember to always ask or let the client know what's going on with their hairline before you decide to make a big decision like that. Going over the line, trying to get it to be very sharp and clean. As you can see, my client loves it, and if they love it, if they like it, I love it. Just doing a little bit of cleanup work. It still kind of looks like it has a line in the hair, but if you pay attention, it's really a tan that they need. The scalp is not tan, so once they go outside for a few hours or so, then it should darken up and it'll look much more blended. Cleaning up the top with some shear work, That's a nice looking blend if you ask me. I like it. It's looking good. Cleaning up any dark spots I might see on top. This is a 1.5 with the magic clips that I'm just kind of grazing the hair. I'm not really digging deep into it, but I kind of have my teeth on the guards standing up a little bit.